All right, guys, today's video, it is 6:30. I'm on my way to go do my approach for the day. One is the minimum, that's the non-negotiable. Try to get to 3, but I have a date at 7:30 with a girl I matched with on Bumble. I will post the screenshots here of the interaction. Pretty straightforward, very excited to meet up, so we'll see how this date goes. I will update you after this one. Let's hope there's no stray cats involved or over escalated or whatever. Either way, lessons to be learned. We'll be good to go out. Not going to go out and drink. I'm going to go have a couple smoothies, maybe walk around. We will see what happens. Yeah, exciting Friday night. Hope you guys are doing great. We'll chat to you soon. Peace. Hey guys, Johnny here, back from the date. It is now 12:30 a.m. I'm gonna turn on this air conditioner because it's getting hot here in Thailand. Very successful date. Met her at the mall before I went to see her. I met her at 7:30. Went to the mall at 6:30. Did my approach for the day. It was a cute girl who was looking at rings. I said, "Hey, I thought you looked nice. You look very cute in your blue dress, like a Smurf," and she loved that. She lit up and laughed about it. Turns out she was just waiting for her husband, so didn't really take it anywhere, but it was nice to see her laugh so much with the Smurf comment. So don't be afraid to tease girls. They do love it. They do like to, they'll give you a good reaction, and it's easy to take the conversation going forward. So that was interesting. The date went very well. Ended up going to the beer house where I took the girl who had stepped on the stray cat who ended up having to get that rabies shot. So when I went to the toilet, I made sure to look for cats because I don't want to get a fucking rabies shot. Everything was clear there. She didn't have to use the bathroom, so there's no risk of rabies there. So that's good. Then we went for ice cream, which was right next door, and then came back to the house. Some of the main takeaways from the date that I picked up on where she owns a business. She does work a lot. She told me that she is more in the masculine kind of frame. You'll see this a lot with girls that are working, like lawyers, doctors, any girls that maybe high stress job. I notice this a lot in Australia and I guess Western women. I don't want to generalize, but I did notice it more often. And I specifically asked her because typically a girl who is more masculine will sometimes want a more feminine guy because of the power dynamic, the yin and the yang. So I asked her specifically if she wanted to meet a more feminine man because she's more masculine. And she told me, which is also very common, that she is masculine because she has to. She runs a business, she's in charge of people. But ideally, she wants a guy that can lead and just let her be in her feminine. You'll see this quite a bit, actually. So it's good to recognize that she's not looking to meet a more feminine man. She wants a guy that will lead and let her feel like a woman. She wants to feel small. She wants to feel safe, obviously. But one of the key things I've noticed this with a couple girls is they'll say they want to feel small. They want to feel tiny. They want a guy that can just take over, make them feel protected and tiny. So that was interesting. She mentioned a little bit about the kind of guys that she goes for on dating apps. We went through Reddit and just looked at a couple profiles. She told me what she looks for. She likes guys that smile with animals. She did say, which I've known, and you guys hopefully you're aware, she does not respond to text messages that just say, "Hey, how are you? How's your day going?" That comes off as very boring, very bland. It doesn't lead to an attractive conversation, doesn't gauge interest to make her want to come out. It actually makes her think that this is going to be a friend zone kind of thing. And she said that probably close to 90% of the guys that send that message do send that to her. So it's not that hard to stand out on dating apps. Get some quality photos and just send something unique about her profile. "Hey, you seem like X and Y," is much better than just, "Hey, how are you?" And then she's got to respond with "good." And then the guy's left to ask it another question. It's just not a great way to start the interaction. It's not that hard to stand out. You can check all this stuff out in my siren breakdowns. I got this girl out within, I'd have to look at it, maybe 5 to 6 texts, like nothing crazy. She did say that one of the things she did like was that after I got her off the app, I communicated with her still. So I would send her ping texts like, hey, I'm at the coffee shop. What's going on in your world? Instead of just planning a date 2 days out and then not talking at all and then just assuming it was on. Apparently that happens kind of often. So make sure if you are setting up dates, you just have a little bit of engagement here and there. So she knows that you're still interested. She's getting excited for the date. Yeah. So that's kind of how the date went about. Matched with her on Bumble. I'd have to look probably just the other day. Got her in. She's in town, so got her out right away. She says she's not been on a lot of dates. She got out of a breakup. She was in a 5-year relationship, got out of it maybe 2 years ago, a year ago. She says she's very inexperienced. So it was interesting that she wanted to meet up with me when she's had, I saw her Bumble. She's got plenty of messages going on. She's got plenty of likes. So it's just interesting. She wanted to meet up with me. She said specifically because of the conversation we had on the app, and then that I wanted to meet up. And obviously, because I'm a sexy little American guy. I don't know. But yeah, so had the date at the beer house. Things are fine, getting to know you questions, kind of figuring out what kind of guy she goes for, figuring out that she was in a relationship, touching a little bit here and there. Hey, I saw you, just touching her shoulder, escalating. Then once the drinks were done, I led. I didn't ask her where she wants to go. I just said, hey, let's go get some ice cream. Okay, yes, let's go. Led her to the next place, found out a little bit more about how she wants to feel small. She doesn't want to be intermasculine. Found out what kind of things turned her on, what she was attracted to in men. So I found out that, she likes guys that are adventurous, taller than her, older than her. She doesn't have a lot of experience with, like I said, in general, but the guys she's dated were all her age, and she felt that they were a little bit immature. So she was excited to date an older guy. So don't let age be a limiting belief of yours. There's a lot of girls out there that want to have that experience. That want to meet a guy that knows who he is, can lead, can make her feel like a woman. She can just relax. Let's see what else happened. Yeah, so we talked about that. And then I started seeding we'll come look at profiles. I kissed her and she asked me what my thoughts were on women who sleep with a guy on the first date. So she's already thinking about it in her head that she wants to sleep with me. She's never done this before. Like I said, she's very inexperienced, but she's also never done it just in general. A lot of girls have said this. The last girl I had here said she's never done that before on a first date. And girls are willing to do that. Girls love sex, but they don't want to be judged for it. They don't want to be coming off as a slut. They don't want to be thought of as just being used or something. So I basically told her, like, I think it's a good thing when a girl sleeps with me on the first date, which is true. For me, I feel like the relationships I have that have started because we had sex on the first date. We had a great experience. It makes her want to see me again. When you're able to give her a good time, it makes me want to see her again because now I'm invested knowing that there's a connection. We have something good going on. It makes me want to see her again. So don't judge girls if they want to come home with you on a first date. I think that's a great thing. I personally don't like it when girls give me rules like, oh, I don't sleep with a guy until my third or fourth date. That's kind of putting a limit on attraction, like, hey, because then it's hard to figure out where I even stand. And then, yeah, so I don't personally, usually if I don't see a girl, like sleep with a girl by the second date, I just assume that she's not all that interested. She's not that attracted to me. I don't want to invest even more time on that when I could just go get a new match. I could go approach a girl. I could go do work. So for me, when a girl wants to sleep with me on the first date, that's really when I get the most invested. And that's how I've seen the girls that I see. Like we sleep together, we have a great time, we have a great night. It's good for her, it's good for me. Of course, we want to see each other again. So just try to lead. She was open to it, she was thinking about it. We came back to the house and Had a good time. Listen to music. You can listen to or you can read all about this in the field report that I'll write up tomorrow. It is almost 1 a.m. here. Yeah, didn't sleep with her, but there's definitely chemistry, connection. Things did happen. You can read about it. Um, but yeah, stuff that she's never experienced before. The guy she was with didn't know how to lead. Would ask her, "What do you want to do? Where do you want to eat? What kind of sexual positions do you want to do?" They're like talking about this instead of just being a guy who knows what he's doing, who is secure with himself, can show girls stuff that they don't think about. Girls don't want to have to think about this stuff. They just want a guy who knows what he's doing, can give them a good time. They will tell you if something is not of interest to them or if there is something that they want to try. But they don't want a guy that's asking them, "Do you like this? Where do you want to go eat? When should do you want to come back to my house? Do you want to try this?" Like just lead. That's really another lesson that I've been implementing, I guess, and it's been very successful. I didn't script any of this stuff. I don't really know what else to talk about. You can read about this, ask me questions. Good date. I think I'll try to see her again tomorrow. It sounded like she wants to see me again. We will see. I always tell girls to message me when they get home safe. I think it's a good sign of if they're interested or not. If they're not interested, a lot of times they won't text you back, and that's a good sign. Now I don't have to ask, "Hey, do you want to see me again?" I already know. You didn't text me back when you got home safe. I'll take that as a sign of no interest. But if she does text me back, I will take that as she had a good time and she wants to at least give me the idea of seeing me again. Yeah, I guess that's kind of it. I'll write about it. This is just off the top of my head. I literally just walked her to her car. Oh, I guess another thing that I will say also, um, she mentioned she doesn't like boring guys, which no girl does. She likes guys that have good conversations. And I know a lot of guys will think, oh, that means I should tell her interesting facts or I should teach her something. When girls typically say they want a guy to have interesting conversations with, what they mean is a guy that can listen to what they're saying, bring up interesting stuff, but will also tease them, make them push pull, like joke around a little bit, be playful. It's not just all very intellectual. It's not just asking a bunch of questions. It's not trying to teach her anything. It's just being back and forth. Oh, you're so much trouble. What I like to do is I always say I'm an innocent old man. She's the bad influence on me. I'm putting it on her. It's her fault that, we're kissing. It's her fault that we're back in my apartment. It's her fault. She's a troublemaker. She's so mischievous. And she's always like, no, I'm not trouble. You're trouble. It's just a fun back and forth. So I guess I just throw that in there randomly. Yeah, let me know if this stuff is helpful, what more you want to hear. Yeah, maybe I'll structure some of this out and so I can know exactly what I'm trying to go over. I don't fucking know. Yeah, that's it for now. Peace.